So we got a question the other day asking what, in our opinion, is the best two-child stroller, where the correct answer is dependent on a variety of factors, including how much you use a car to get around, how rough the ground is where you'll be strolling, the age difference between your kids, and whether you'll be using the model for the newborn period. There are many great two-child strollers out there, and we've already done several videos on the subject from different angles, many of which I've linked in the description. But today, I thought I'd try to answer this question as simply as it was put, and rapid fire off a list of some of our favorite models, starting off with my, if I had to pick only one choice, the Bugaboo Donkey, which is probably the most versatile option on the market, with its reversible seats, the ability to shrink horizontally into mono mode, the ease with which one can swap between and combine bassinets, car seats, and the model's bucket seats, excellent terrain capability, and lastly, the fact that it's not unbearably heavy despite its removable seat frames, and can actually be contracted, disassembled, and folded down to a relatively acceptable size. It's not generally the ideal model for a car-based lifestyle, it's not the cheapest choice, and there are some longevity and maintenance concerns to be aware of, but it is an amazing Swiss Army knife of a two-child stroller, and provides several ease-of-use characteristics far exceeding most other options out there. With the Donkey out of the way, if you're looking for something simpler, cheaper, or a bit more compact than the Donkey, without massive disassembly, then my picks are generally the following two models. Firstly, the Baby Jogger City Mini GT2 Double, which is one of those strollers that's shown itself to hold up quite well over time, also has decent terrain capability, at least for stuff like snow, cobblestones, and lighter off-roading, and folds quite simply to a flatter, if a bit taller, package. Secondly, there's the Mountain Buggy Duet, which has slightly better terrain capability than the GT2 Double, also tends to hold up decently over time for the most part, and has the unique characteristic among two-child strollers of being only 63 centimeters wide, which can make it quite useful for parents living in tighter urban conditions with smaller than standard doorways, for example, or for those who make use of public transport with limited space. There are several smaller differences between these two that I'm not going to go into here. But for any viewers interested, again, just check out the additional linked content in the description. For harder off-roading conditions, one ought to go with a tougher model than what I've mentioned so far, with larger wheels, either a Chariot or a two-child stroller from a sports-oriented manufacturer. And while there are a lot of good options out there, the one I'll mention today is the Thule Urban Glide 2 Double, which is a bit larger than these other models, but lighter than a lot of comparably terrain-capable options on the wider market, due to the choice of metal used for its bars and a sparse, frill-free design that keeps the focus on driving performance, where strong suspension, 16-inch rear wheels, and a single 12-inch front wheel make it a great choice for hiking, for use in rural places, or for northern environments with rougher winters. The last sort of two-child stroller to cover is tandem models, which, when in two-child mode, are significantly inferior to side-by-side designs in a lot of ways, but which can be a decent choice, provided that there's a wide age difference between your children, and, crucially, that a larger, heavier, and more terrain-capable model suits your lifestyle during those times when you'll be using it in single-child mode as well. And here there are two strollers that most stand out above the pack in my opinion. The first being the Nuna Demigros, which is a bit lighter than a lot of tandem options out there, is generally simple and sturdy in its build, and which rear loads the second seat, which, even though this means losing the shopping basket, both allows for better access to two children simultaneously, and is easier to maneuver in two-child mode than what you get with front-loading models. The second choice to mention here is the UPPAbaby Vista V2. That, despite being less comfortable to drive in two-child mode, has such good characteristics as a single-child model, with a bigger seat than the Demigros, better suspension, and an even sturdier build, that it's also definitely worth considering, again, provided that a tandem model in general will be the correct choice for your own two-child situation. In any case, we hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please subscribe, as this sort of support really helps us to continue making videos in the future. As I already said, I've linked a wide variety of videos dealing with two-child strollers in the description, for those who want to explore their options more deeply. In addition, if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page which lists a wide range of models that we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.